Hi and welcome to another episode of Toby's Barbecue Corner. Today we're making a chestnut soup with a cranberry puff pastry roll. Now what you need for it and how to do it, I'm going to show you in this episode. And this is what you need for today. Now we need chestnuts, and these are about 300 grams of chestnuts. You also need a shallot, you need a potato, you need some white wine, you need some sour cream, you need some veggie broth, you need some sugar, you need some bay leaves, you need a little bit of butter, salt, pepper, some honey, as well as a little bit of nutmeg. Now for the cranberry puff pastry roll, all we need is some puff pastry and some cranberry jam. Now obviously you can make the puff pastry yourself, however I do believe it's just a little simpler to buy it. So I'm lazy when it comes to that. And making this cranberry puff pastry roll is rather simple. So all you need to do is you take it out of the packaging, you separate it, and it comes basically with its baking paper already attached. Now that obviously works if you just want to have a large puff pastry slab, so to speak. Now what we're going to do today is, and that's why I'm turning it one time this way, we're going to now spread the cranberry jam all over it, just like that. And then we spread it nice and thick all over this puff pastry. And once you've spread it nice and evenly, and obviously you can do this as thick as you want, but I love to have a lot of flavor on it. What you want to do is you want to roll it in. And don't worry, it might get a bit messy, but that's quite okay. So you gently roll that in. Make sure not to apply too much pressure, because obviously you don't want to squeeze out all the nice jam at the end again, so you want to keep that inside. Just like that. All right, when you get towards the end, what you can try is take it off. However, I'm not going to do it because I'm a little afraid that I might destroy it. So take a sharp knife and then you cut your individual pieces, and I would say go about a centimeter and a half max. So you create something like this, and then you put it on a baking tray, and then it goes in the oven at 190 degrees. Now obviously, yes, you can make this on the barbecue as well, but for the purpose of today, we're going to be doing this in my oven, and the rest we're going to cook on the Dutch oven. Alright, I'm going to finish this up now, and I'll see you what to do next with the other products. All done, and as I said, now they go in the oven at 190 degrees for about 12 minutes. Whilst our cranberry puff pastry roll is in the oven, let's quickly take care of the chopping part of things. And now there's very little chopping to be done today, so all you need to do is cube up your shallot a little bit, and then we're going to cube up the potato, and as we're going to puree the whole thing later on because of the chestnuts, you don't even have to worry about going too small. All you want basically is that it cooks down a little quicker, and obviously that it releases all of its lovely flavors. So this is already all we're going to do for the shallot. I'm going to put that away. And then we're going to take care of the potato. Now what I've done already is I've already peeled the potato, and we're just going to cut it up into little cubes. Just like that. And then that should do it. The Dutch oven is coming up to temperature, and we're going to add about a teaspoon of butter. Add in the shallot. as well as the chestnuts, to give them a little bit of color. About a minute later, we're going to add the sugar and let that caramelize. Before the sugar caramelizes too much, give it a quick stir, and then we're going to add in the veggie broth. As well as the white wine, the potatoes, make sure everything is nicely covered, and then we're going to put in the bay leaves as well. Now keep in mind, we'll have to find them later on again and take them out. Now we're going to let that come back up to a boil, and just in case you're wondering, I've been using obviously briquettes. I've heated up a total of 16 briquettes, and later on when we close the lid we're going to go 1/3 on the bottom and 2/3 on the top. That's, I find, the best for soups. And also I'm using a little razor inside because I don't want the briquettes directly in touch with the Dutch oven. So we're going to go about 11 on top and 4 or 5 on the bottom. The soup is coming up to temperature, and now let's quickly remove those bay leaves. And then we're going to add in 300 milliliters of the cream. Now we're going to reintroduce our bay leaves. We're going to close the lid and put 11 coals on the top. Now we're going to cook this for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to check if our chestnuts are nice and soft. After about 8 minutes, let's have a quick look. Nicely bubbling away. So give it a bit of a stir. I'm going to leave it in for another 7 minutes. Another 7 minutes later, let's add in the honey. As well as salt, pepper and nutmeg, and give it a good stir. And then last but not least, we're going to puree the soup. And now we're going to cook it again for about 5 minutes and let it thicken. Before I forget it, obviously I removed the bay leaves before I pureed it. For some reason I didn't videotape that, so sorry for that, but yeah, please do take them out before you puree. Last but not least, we take the remaining 100 grams or 100 milliliters of sour cream, put that in here as well. Now I beat that up a little bit just to make it a bit more fluffy, and then I'm gonna mix that in, and look how nicely that has thickened. And there we go, guys, our chestnut soup with the cranberry puff pastry roll, and we're gonna dig in now. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video about the chestnut soup with the cranberry puff pastry roll. Now, it was super delicious, very filling though, so it's in small portions. It can be a starter, but it definitely works as a main course as well. And obviously the sweetness of the puff pastry together with the cranberries, that does the trick as well. Now, if you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate a comment and a thumbs up. Please head over to that subscribe button for more great videos to come, and I hope to see you soon again at Toby's Barbecue Corner.